Hello and welcome to VPTV and our new series, Behind Every Successful Leader, where we celebrate the power of virtual support in business growth. I'm Holly Copsey, founder of Virtually Priceless and the Visionary VA Circle. And my goal isn't just to showcase how entrepreneurs work with VAs, but to highlight the incredible impact VAs have in making businesses more successful. This series is about championing VAs, raising industry standards, and showing the world why virtual support is a game changer. My guest today is the lovely Fred Copestake, founder of Brindis Sales Training Company. Over the last 24 years, he has travelled around the world 14 times, visiting 36 countries and working with over 10,000 salespeople. He's also written 3 books. So Fred, welcome. Thank you so much for joining us today.
No, thank you for inviting me. Pleasure to be here.
So could you just start off by telling us a little bit more about your business and what you do?
Yeah, well, as you said in the intro, it's sales training. It's probably a little bit more specialized now than just being every sort of sales training that you can do for every single person. It's more focused on what I'd call collaborative selling. So think about how we can work alongside customers, co-create, collaborate with them to help them achieve their outcomes. And then the last book, you did those 3 books, that was about ethical selling. Mm-hmm. So it's bringing that into the mix because basically that's what customers want.
Yeah, so important.
And it's best practice.
Absolutely.
I'm also kind of in the, I have an ambassadorial role at the Institute of Ethical Selling as well, because they took material from the book to do that. So
I love that. Yeah. Fantastic.
Yeah. It's all about good people doing good things in a good way. There we go. That's my 5-second version.
Love that. Doing the right thing is always the right thing, right? That's a good motto to live by.
Even faster than me.
Yeah, I love that. So at what point in your business journey did you realise that you needed virtual support?
As I was making a change from kind of all singing, all dancing, every single kind of sales training that you can have, lots and lots of courses, makes you look clever. I started to package up the way in which we could deliver it into more of an accelerator, a kind of a system to deliver that. Mm-hmm. That was around time of COVID, and so doing that plus communicating stuff in a different way meant I suddenly had a load of things to do, as well as get my head around lockdown. My wife is an EA. She was furloughed. I wasn't having her sleeping in every morning while I'm trying to do a ton of stuff when she's got these awesome skills to help me out. So she started picking up some of the elements that needed doing, increasingly so, because it not only gave me time back, but she did them better, way better. And it just became obvious that that's a way in which we need to operate. And I need this support to help me do what I do better, which I'm uniquely sort of qualified to do, rather than the stuff that she could pick up and make happen, if you like.
Fantastic. So she's now set up her own business doing this full time?
Yeah. So she's done it for me. He got so good at doing it. She had time then to take on another client, and then she's looking for others.
Yeah.
I feel I might get squeezed out. I'm a bit worried about that. But yeah, no, so she's doing that as having figured the very specific parts of the package that she can offer to be able to do that for others as well. Because it does make a difference. It does.
Absolutely. Amazing. So what sort of tasks does she do for you specifically?
I made a list.
Okay.
Before I came on, so if I don't mention every single thing, I'm going to be in serious trouble here. I mean, where she started was taking over podcast. Mm-hmm. So podcast editing, but that involves both the actual show bit, but then all the notes and the visuals and putting it into Libsyn and all the stuff that makes it happen.
Yeah.
So really, I can record the stuff. So fun conversations like this, or if I'm doing solos, and then that stuff happens. If I'm running webinars, she'll do kind of like the admin behind that. The webinar she then takes and repurposes. So that's now why I have presence on TikTok and YouTube Shorts.
Brilliant.
Courses. She's skilled in Kajabi, so is able to put stuff up on that, creating the website part of it and editing and putting in all the kind of the digital training, which then involves creating landing pages, which she can create stuff better than me. I know what I want to say, but she can get the words better. I think she's got a friend called Chatty or something like that helps. And even the last book we published, because she'd got the skills. She'd actually written her own book and
Oh, wow.
self-published it. So it's like, well, okay, we know what we need to do for this, so we did it. So yeah, it's quite a lot on the list, isn't it?
It's
You
a
see how much
very long
time
list.
I've got back to do
Well,
stuff?
and that's the thing, right? It must have
Yeah.
saved hours and hours for you. Yeah.
It does. I can concentrate on, and I think the thing that she's really good at is I know my message, I think. That's debatable, actually. But no, I know what I'm trying to say. It's getting that out. So all that stuff she's doing is amplifying that so that it's more effective in what I'm saying to get out there. And of course, the time I get back, I can then do more of that, or on the delivery parts as well, which is still part and parcel of the job.
Yeah.
So, yeah,
And the bit that no one else can do for you. Yeah.
Well, it is, and that's the point, isn't it? It's the doing the bits which only I can do compared to like someone else can, and having the discipline, I think, is probably the first thing to be able to delegate.
Yeah.
And then, kind of fill your time with more productive stuff.
Yeah, definitely. So having a VA has really changed the way that you work. And how much has your business grown over that time?
Oh, I wouldn't have had time to write the third book and to set up or be part of setting up the Institute of Ethical Selling if I wasn't getting the support. It just wouldn't have fitted. So now there's a completely different aspect to the business and kind of what I'm doing to serve sales community. It just wouldn't be there.
Yeah.
That's testament in itself. Just that. And then there's tons of other things like who we work with, how we work with them, and what I can do. Yeah.
Amazing. So what would you say the biggest benefits have been of you outsourcing and delegating?
Getting on with doing what I like doing. We're buzzed about it. Because some of that stuff, I know it needs to be done. I didn't particularly like it. Probably because I'm not particularly good at it. Yeah. So doing what you like doing also has a massive impact on your success, doesn't it? And
Absolutely.
generally kind of why we do work we do.
Yeah.
I'd say that's probably the biggest impact.
Yeah.
Apart from just the sort of more pecuniary and the stuff that we can measure, but it's just happy at me.
That's it. So it's saving you time and allowing you to actually enjoy your business again. I think it's
that's do not underestimate that.
Yeah, I think
a big part.
Absolutely. And as a business owner, it's really tough, isn't it? It's quite easy to fall out of love with your business sometimes and find it a real chore. So to just be able to focus on the things that you love doing and that you're good at must have a huge impact on you.
And doing more of it, even better. That's a real biggie.
Absolutely. So what would you say to business owners who are hesitant about hiring virtual support?
I mean, go for it is the simple piece of advice. But it's quite hard. And if you think about what I did, and this is working with my wife, I know pretty well, I thought, until we started working together. No, it started off with just doing a little bit. So it's probably take one task, one element, something that you think, okay, I either really don't like doing it or I'm really not very good at it, or let's just use this as an experiment, outsource that, see how that goes, start to build a relationship, start to feel comfortable with the very process that you're not doing it anymore, which can feel a little bit like loss. Then when you see it go better, say, well, okay, this is good.
Yeah.
bit more, until actually you've got a lot of stuff covered. So when I read that list, now that didn't all happen overnight. That's grown kind of organically, if you like, because that's what needed to be done, but we've understood how to do it better as well. So
yeah, absolutely. And that would always be my advice to business owners as well. It starts small, test the water, because you've got to build the trust and the confidence and the relationship. Yeah.
That is the real biggie. And I guess that's why we could get sort of speed to competence faster. We don't sit in the same office. That would be too much. There are rules about when office door is shut.
Yeah.
Don't just come in being. But yeah, it's building that trust, and then it'll get there. And, it just take an element of time to do it.
Yeah.
But it's well worth doing it.
Absolutely. So, if your VA is watching this, what would you like to say to her?
What's for dinner? No. I love you. No, seriously, because I don't think I say it enough, and this is bad. Just thank you. And honestly, thank you for the stuff you do. I think she knows that I wouldn't be able to do the stuff that I do if she wasn't. I probably don't say thank you enough. So this is a brilliant opportunity for me to be able to say that, say it publicly, say it loudly. So yeah, thank you, Holly, for letting me do that.
No problem at all. Thank you so much. Well, and finally, where can people connect with you and learn more about your business?
LinkedIn is the one. I have a presence on there.
Yeah.
I get help sometimes with that. Actually, no, to be fair, mostly the LinkedIn stuff, it is me.
Yeah.
Because I want to keep finger on pulse of what's going on.
Yeah.
So that's where you will get me. And if you want to connect with me and kind of send a message, say you heard us talk on this, would be great. On all the other platforms where I get put, then yeah, you can see me on there. But to talk to me, get on LinkedIn.
Fabulous. Well, thank you so much. It's been an absolute pleasure to talk to you today. And so great to hear what a fabulous job Donna is doing for you. And I will obviously share the links below as well for anyone that's interested in podcast support from Donna. And yeah, thank you so much for your time.
Thank you. Thanks for inviting me.